What if your whole spice shelf could come from a few pots by the kitchen window instead of the store? For hundreds of years, cooks kept their most important flavors growing just steps from the stove, fresh and always within reach. Welcome back to the Garden Pantry. I'm Timothy, and today I'm sharing 15 traditional herbs worth growing for your kitchen pantry. If you love traditional food and simple kitchen wisdom, take a second to subscribe so you never miss a video. Stay with me because number 13 is a single plant that can keep your kitchen stocked for decades. Number 1. Basil. No kitchen herb says summer quite like fresh basil, with its sweet, peppery scent the moment you brush against it. It is a warm season annual, which means it grows happily almost anywhere once the weather turns warm and the danger of frost has passed. Give it sun, water, and a little pinch at the top now and then to keep it bushy, and one plant will hand you leaves all season. Pinch off any flower buds to keep the leaves coming. It also grows well in a pot on a sunny sill, so even a small kitchen can keep a plant going. Basil is the heart of fresh pesto, garden tomatoes, and summer cooking of every kind. Number 2. Rosemary. With its piney fragrance and needle-like leaves, rosemary is one of the most useful herbs you can grow. It is a perennial in the milder zones 8 through 10, where it can become a small shrub that lasts for years. In colder areas, simply grow it in a pot and bring it indoors for the winter, or look for a hardy variety like arp. It loves sun and well-drained soil and asks for very little water. A sprig or two brings deep flavor to roast potatoes, breads, and Sunday dinners. Number 3. Thyme. Thyme is a low, spreading herb that earns its place in any kitchen garden. It is a tough little perennial, hardy in zones 5 through 9, and it shrugs off heat and dry spells without complaint. Plant it in a sunny spot with good drainage, and it will quietly carpet the ground and come back year after year. Its small leaves carry a warm, earthy flavor that suits soups, roasted vegetables, and slow-cooked dishes beautifully. There are creeping and upright kinds, and even a few stems dried for winter hold their flavor well. Snip what you need as you go, and thyme will keep giving with almost no work from you at all. Number 4. Sage. Soft, gray-green, and velvety, sage is a classic herb that has flavored kitchens for centuries. It is a hardy perennial in zones 4 through 9 and is well known for surviving cold winters and coming back strong each spring. It likes full sun and dry feet, so do not overwater it. Sage is the soul of holiday stuffing and pairs wonderfully with poultry, beans, and butter sauces. One gentle note: sage is perfectly fine as a cooking herb, though concentrated amounts or sage oil are traditionally avoided during pregnancy, so simply enjoy it in normal culinary amounts. Number 5. Oregano. Oregano is the bold, savory backbone of so much comfort cooking, and it could not be easier to grow. It is a sun-loving perennial, hardy in zones 5 through 10, and it spreads into a generous, fragrant mat once it settles in. Greek oregano tends to have the strongest, most traditional flavor, so look for it by name if you can. Snip sprigs all summer and dry the extra for winter, since oregano keeps its punch wonderfully when dried. It is the taste of pasta sauces, pizzas, and hearty roasted dishes. Number 6. Parsley. Often treated as a simple garnish, parsley is a genuine workhorse that deserves a real spot in the garden. It is technically a biennial, but most cooks grow it as an annual and is hardy across zones 3 through 9. It does well in sun or light shade and likes steady moisture. Flat-leaf parsley has a fuller flavor for cooking, while the curly type holds up nicely as a fresh finish. Far more than decoration, a good handful of chopped parsley brightens soups, sauces, and almost any savory dish you can think of. Number 7. Chives. If you want the easiest possible start, chives are hard to beat. This cheerful perennial is hardy all the way through zones 3 to 9 and returns faithfully every spring, even after a hard winter. Its slender green stems carry a mild, gentle onion flavor, and the pretty purple blossoms are edible too, with a lovely color for salads. Give chives a sunny or partly shaded spot, and snip them often to keep fresh growth coming. Cut the whole clump back now and then, and it will quickly send up fresh, tender new stems. They are perfect over baked potatoes, eggs, and soups whenever you want a soft, savory lift. Number 8. Mint. Few herbs are as refreshing or as eager to grow as mint, with its cool fragrance and bright flavor. It is a vigorous perennial across zones 3 through 8, and that brings one important word of advice. Mint spreads fast and far, so grow it in a pot or a contained bed unless you want it taking over the whole garden. It is happy in sun or partial shade and asks for little. Fresh mint is wonderful in teas, fruit, peas, and countless summer dishes, and a single plant will give you all you need. Number 9. Dill. Feathery and fragrant, dill is a beloved annual that brings a fresh, tangy note to the table. It grows quickly from seed in a sunny spot and often reseeds itself, popping up again the next year as a welcome surprise. Let some go to flower and you will gather the seed heads too, perfect for pickling. Dill is the classic partner for cucumbers, fish, potatoes, and of course, homemade pickles. It grows tall and airy, so give it a sheltered spot where strong wind will not flatten the stems. Sow a little every few weeks through spring and early summer, and you will keep a steady supply of those soft green fronds all season. Number 10. Cilantro. Cilantro is one herb that gives you two ingredients in a single plant. The fresh green leaves bring a bright, citrusy flavor to salsas and countless dishes, and when the plant bolts and sets seed, those dried seeds become the warm spice we know as coriander. It is a cool season annual that prefers spring and fall, since hot weather makes it flower quickly. Sow it in small batches every couple of weeks for a steady harvest. Whether you love the leaf or the seed, cilantro earns its keep in any traditional kitchen garden. Number 11. Lemon balm. With a soft, lemony scent that lifts the spirits the moment you crush a leaf, lemon balm is a gentle favorite. It is a hardy perennial in zones 3 through 7, and, like its mint cousins, it spreads readily, so a pot or a defined bed keeps it well behaved. It grows easily in sun or part shade and needs little fuss. The leaves make a calm, citrusy tea, freshen up fruit and salads, and may support everyday relaxation as part of a quiet evening. It is a soothing, old-fashioned addition to any herb patch. Number 12. Tarragon. Tarragon is the secret behind so many classic French dishes, with a delicate flavor that hints of sweet anise. For cooking, look for French tarragon, which is the prized culinary type, and it is a perennial hardy in zones 4 through 8. One thing to know, true French tarragon is grown from a plant or division rather than seed, so buy a small starter plant. It enjoys sun and well-drained soil. In very cold areas, a layer of mulch over winter helps the roots come back strong in spring. A little tarragon transforms chicken, eggs, fish, and creamy sauces, giving them that elegant, slightly sweet finish cook's treasure. Number 13. Bay laurel. This is the one I promised, and it is a true long-term treasure. Bay laurel is the source of those classic bay leaves, and a single plant can supply your kitchen for decades. It is hardy outdoors in zones 8 through 10, and in colder areas, it grows beautifully in a large pot that you bring indoors for winter. It is slow but steady, and it asks for very little. One practical safety note, always pull the whole bay leaf out of the pot before serving, since it stays stiff and is not meant to be eaten whole. Added to soups and stews, it brings a deep, savory warmth nothing else quite matches. Number 14. Marjoram. Often overshadowed by its cousin oregano, marjoram offers a softer, sweeter, and more delicate flavor that is wonderful in gentle dishes. It is a tender perennial in the warmer zones 7 through 10, and in colder areas, most gardeners simply grow it as an annual or pot it up for winter. It loves sun and well-drained soil. Marjoram shines in egg dishes, light soups, dressings, and herb blends where you want warmth without sharpness. Dried marjoram keeps its sweet flavor nicely, so you can store a little for the cooler months. If you already enjoy oregano, growing a little marjoram alongside it gives your kitchen a whole new layer of traditional flavor. Number 15. Fennel. We finish with fennel, a tall, feathery herb with a clean, sweet taste of anise that has graced kitchens for ages. The herb form is a perennial hardy in zones 4 through 9, and its airy fronds and golden flowers also draw in helpful pollinators and butterflies. Give it a sunny spot with room to stand. One handy garden tip, plant fennel a little apart from your dill, since the two can cross when grown right next to each other. The leaves and seeds bring a lovely, fresh, sweet note to fish, breads, and roasted vegetables. So there you have 15 traditional herbs worth growing for your kitchen pantry, from everyday basil and chives to that long-living bay laurel and sweet fennel at the end. Together, they can fill your shelf with fresh flavor for years, and most of them ask for little more than sun, decent soil, and the occasional snip. Start with just 2 or 3 that you cook with most, and let your herb garden grow from there. Tell me in the comments which herb you already grow and which one you plan to add next. And if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can join me for the next one.